right, Elodie. So I read an article that suggested you battled depression at a pretty young age.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. I just want to know how you dealt with it. Did you go to therapy? How did you deal with it?
First off, I love how I'm laughing after saying sorry. Don't worry, it's all good and I'm fine.
Because it means you're over it. You're over it already.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm 21 right now, and I went through it from when I was 14 to when I was around 17, 18.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of years. And I also suffered from quiet BPD, borderline personality disorder. So it's basically where anything that happens, I'd blame myself. And that just made the depression go like even worse, you know? So surprisingly, I tried counseling, I tried therapy, I tried talking to my family. None of that worked. But YouTube is essentially what saved my life. So when I tell people like the best way to get out of depression or feeling sadness or pain is by finding something that makes you happy and finding a hobby, whether it's football, whether it's playing the piano. For me, it was making YouTube videos, taking pictures and editing it. Find an art specifically, because that could help a lot. And just use that to build you up. The more you work on something, the more you become better at it, the more you believe in yourself. And that's how I got out of it.
Interesting. So talking about YouTube, how long after you began popping on YouTube did you get your first brand cosign?
Popping? No, I actually wasn't popping when I got my first deal. I think I had like maybe 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers.
Right.
And it was with a company called Kungara. And they had like jewelry, bags and whatnot.
Okay.
And the first check I ever made was 7,000 shillings to do a video called What's in My Bag. And it's just one of these YouTube videos where you just remove things in your bag, say why you have it. Yeah. And all the products in the bag was, of course, their stuff. So it was advertising. Did it in my bedroom. My dog was even there. Shot on my phone. And that was the first check I ever made. I don't know where the money went, but yeah.
So on your YouTube, you post a lot of private and personal stuff. Mm-hmm. Does it come with consequences? Mm-hmm. Because I feel like it makes you very vulnerable to people who watch, because not everyone who watches necessarily watches to like the content.
Yeah, it does. I think one of the biggest mistakes I ever made was making a relationship of mine go public for two reasons. One, it ended up hurting me and the person after the breakup. And two, everybody felt like...
This is the point you don't drop names?
No name dropping. Okay. But also, everybody feels like they're owed an explanation. Why did you break up? Whose fault is it? Are you gonna get back together? What are your parents saying? And I'm like, chill. So it definitely comes with consequences, but I focus on the people I'm inspiring. I talked about my depression. I talked about struggling with my family when I began to post content. I'm not posting that stuff for the haters, but I'm posting it for the one person out there that believes they can do something, but their family isn't supporting them. For the one little girl out there that is self-harming herself, and she needs to feel like there's someone that can understand her, but doesn't have anyone. So for me, I'd rather post for those 5 or 6 supporters than all the other haters. And that's all it is.
So what do you think keeps people watching your stuff each time you post a video?
Okay, so people say I talk a lot, number one. And also people say I'm like...
Clearly. I'm sorry.
Watch me just pour my drink on you.
Just kidding.
So people say like I talk a lot and like I'm super expressive in my face with like everything I do, and say like I think I'll probably have wrinkles in the next like 5 years. But I think that keeps people engaged. The same way people love movies is because actors can express certain emotions and situations on their face and in their body language and their tone. And so I think that's what I do well, and that's what makes me engaging. We can talk about the walk from your house to walking towards a job, when you're hopping on a job and whatever. But the way I'll express it, different tones, different expressions, and I think that's what keeps people engaged. Yeah. Nice.
So you're at Energy now, Energy Radio, right?
Yeah.
What is the bigger picture?
What is that?
The bigger picture for Elodie.
For me?
Yeah, from YouTube to now mainstream radio. What is the bigger picture for you?
So for me, the bigger picture is once I'm like 40, 50 years old, I'm retired, I actually want to manage talent. Whether it's modeling, acting, singing. I hate the fact that young entertainers in Kenya are being taken such advantage of. There's no way you can have like a billboard of yourself on Wayaki Way and Thika Highway and you are paid 5K. You know, like people are being so abused in the entertainment industry. And so for me, I actually want to manage talent and climb my way to the top of the ladder, gain respect with various companies so that once I start to take on talent, they're making their money, but they're also putting in the work and giving the results. So surprisingly, that's my end goal.
All right, so I need an immediate reaction to a tweet
Is it bad? Is it funny?
I don't know. We'll find out. So the first tweet, you can read it loud.
Oh my God.
Just
That's
get
the
it
one
in
up
it.
there?
Yes.
Should I say the name?
Yeah, you can say the name, then read the tweet.
Okay. So @J_Crystal says, so I'm sitting next to this guy in a bus. Dude has been dozing off even before the bus started moving. We hit a bump. He opens his eyes, looks at me and asks for my number. I say no, and he goes right back to dozing. Okay, J_Crystal. A, is he drooling on you? Number one. And B, move, like get off and then come back onto another job. I've had a situation where I was on a metro. It's like an underground train in Paris.
Subway.
And I was with my cousin and we were talking so badly about these shorties in English, because it's France, they speak French. Hey, what's wrong with their weaves? You know, we were young and innocent. Yeah. And then they stand up and they were from Nigeria and they spoke English. And we just heard them say like, yeah, I think this is our stop. Yeah, let's get off right here. And I just looked at my cousin like, oh. So Crystal, I'm with you on that. Just get off and get onto another job.
All right. Thank you.
It's been late. Thank you so much.
So